It's no secret that Rise of Kingdoms keeps following a repeated cycle of releasing content in a certain way, and what I mean by that is that they release commanders in the order of cavalry, infantry, archers, and then they add in some stuff that we didn't ask for. Just kidding. I just don't know the direction that they're going with on that last one. It seems to be ranged. Well, it's a repeat of 4 things at least, right? Anyways, they also tend to do this thing where one cycle of commanders will do AoE damage, and then the next cycle will tend to do hard single target damage. Maybe? So with that being said, I would say hold off on investing in these 3 commanders that I'm about to mention, because the new cycle might knock these guys right off the meta, and we probably all knew this was coming anyways. And if anyone was just curious, I'm not getting rid of my freaking Guan Yu even after this next cycle. Oh yeah, I might have trashed him hard on the last video, but old boy is here to stay. He's not going anywhere. So yeah, it's not Guan Yu. I already talked about him in the last video, but the first commander I'll start with is Huo Chupapi. He's the most recent open field cavalry commander, and he's currently competing with Nevsky for the biggest schlong in the cavalry verse, and he's also newer and kinda just as good as Nevsky. I get that we just got ranged commanders recently, but cavalry is up next in the cycle, and with that probably will come a new AoE open field cavalry commander, and I say that because neither Huo or Justinian had AoE, and as previously mentioned, Lilith does this thing where one season or cycle will have an AoE commander, and then the next cycle they'll have a single target damage commander. Now Huo is no sucker, right? He's strong, and he's probably going to be a perfect fit for that next open field commander, but it is the troop type closest to being released, and I can't predict everyone's needs, so the bottom line is the next open field cavalry commander is probably going to have AoE, so maybe hold off on Huo Chupapi just to see. Moving on, we have infantry. Now we had CJ, then Scipio, then Sargon, and now Liu Che. See the trend? So in theory, this next infantry open field commander should have single target damage. Sargon, in my opinion, is mid. He's tanky and has a good debuff, but if he can't keep up with his current target, then there's no point. If you were holding off on Liu Che because you were waiting to see what the next infantry commander brings to the table, honestly don't, because Liu Che is too good of a commander on the open field in every way. I'm not gonna glaze him in this video. But anyways, Sargon isn't too good at anything, so I would advise not to invest at this point. Now this next commander used to be well spoken of when they first came out, but it seems not anymore, and that would be none other than Boudica Prime. She's strong, yes. She can do a lot, yes. She's very useful, yes. But reading the comments of her nowadays, she doesn't seem to be getting the kill points that other commanders can, like Zuji or Herman, possibly even YSG. And yes, it might be because she doesn't have AoE, among other tiny cracks of things that she doesn't have. And oddly enough, the last 2 archer commanders both have been great AoE commanders, which is weird. That normally doesn't happen, but it's my belief that that happened because they had 2 cycles of single target damage commanders that they needed a boost like that. So the rundown of the video, Huo Chupapi is good, put some respect on his name, but just be cautious of the use of those sculptures on him, because you don't have to wait too much longer until the next cavalry cycle has been released. And then Sargon, he's mid. He's only good and strong if his purpose is being fulfilled, which means his active skill has been hitting for 5 seconds straight. But if you think you can do it, good luck. Boudica is also mid. She's tanky so she can get a squishy commander through it, but she also needs help with march speed and damage, being mostly AoE. I think for the next set of archers, it's going to be a single target damage commander, but who knows on that one. Now, by no means do any of these commanders suck, and what I mean by mid is being as modern as these commanders are and compared to the meta, they cannot keep up, and it's only going to keep getting worse from here. Keep in mind, I don't even listen to my own advice. I do something far worse than any of this. I main infantry with no regrets. So do what you want, but this was your warning. And that's it for the video. Later. Don't forget to subscribe and like.